Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Chrysalis Invictus. Oh, wow. Six of Cups and the Two of Cups. Oh, okay. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross-watchers also welcome. We're going to take a look at what love messages there are for you. So this could be romantic, this could be friendship, this could be family. We don't know what's going to come up. So it could be an overall kind of guidance for you in love. But we'll see what kind of advice we can get you. So let's start with Judgment in reverse. Ten of Swords. Ace of Wands reversed. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And I'm going to use another deck that is right here. Getting to the end of this round, and so there's just tarot decks everywhere. We're going to use the Light Series Tarot to clarify. But already, I think with at the heart of this reading there is the strong desire for a loving partnership and for something that feels really like cosmically fruitful and where you feel at home and safe and secure with this person or with another person. Or with yourself, we'll see. Okay, so we have the Fool clarifying, a new beginning. Clarifying Judgment. We have the Chariot in reverse to clarify the Ten of Swords. For the Ace of Wands, the Hermit reversed. And for the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, right away I'm getting something that there was a situation where you thought you were in a divine partnership. You thought you were in something that was meant to last, built to last, or that was very important. And I feel like you are starting to recognize, like it has fizzled, and you're starting to recognize it wasn't what you thought it was. Okay, so with Judgment, to start off your reading, what a powerful start to your reading. With Judgment, what I'm getting here is that there's an inability to move on or there has been an inability to move on from the past. So maybe you really recycled your exes, or maybe you really, were bound to this kind of like, I really feel like you were bound to something that you felt was really spiritually powerful. And I don't think that it wasn't, but I think that, we can have divine partnerships that move on, right? That end, that turn into something else. And with the Fool clarifying it, the Fool is this energy of innocence. I feel like there was something very heavy about where you're coming from. So if you are in a relationship, there's something very heavy in the past of this relationship, and you're looking for this new fresh start. And because we started with the Two of Cups, or I'm not forgetting the Two and the Six of Cups, and that is such it's like it doesn't matter how old you are, there's an innocence to it, there's a freshness to it. And the Fool here also indicates that you are ready to just like lean into something. You want something that is going to feel really safe, that you can really trust. With the Ten of Swords, you're coming to the end of a cycle of pain, of struggle. This deck, it's funny, they have an extra card, and this card says everything is fine. So like, maybe you've been going along and just being like, everything's fine in this relationship, when really it's been extremely heavy. There's been a lot to work through that are like things that are fundamentally wrong. Like, and this could be in your dating life as well if you're single. Like, there were foundational value issues, or, just like big things that you can't fix. Like, you can't make someone love you, or you can't allow someone to make you love them, you know, like that, those kinds of issues I see in the past where it was like really like fixed things that you can't move. With this new beginning, I see you kind of like breaking away from that cycle of pain and deciding and choosing and moving towards something that is different. So with the Chariot, I just feel like you have decided to move away, but you just don't necessarily know what that looks like yet. You'll know it when you feel it, is what I'm hearing. But again, with the Ace of Wands, like maybe you've had a lower sex drive. Maybe you haven't been attracted to your partner for a while. There's some indication here of being uninspired, of being kind of bored and stuck in this heavy energy. Like this is the kind of situation where every time you talk, you fight, or you know, you're not really enjoying each other's company. You're just kind of like in this thing where it's like, I love you, but like, it's never fun. Like you're not laughing, you're not enjoying yourself. It's just this kind of like, so I see you moving away from that kind of relationship. And this is interesting. So there's a kind of, Aquarius, there's this kind of, seclusion or introversion when you turn the Ace of Wands upright and we move into the Hermit reverse. This is coming out of a period of isolation. So maybe because this was what your relationships were like, you have this new beginning where you are coming out of hiding and you're ready to embrace something better, to reignite your passion. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, this is about divine timing. Again, it has that fixed energy where there's just something you can't make work. Okay, so if you are asking about a specific relationship, this relationship, it's not working. Whatever this painful situation is, it's not working. Okay, and it's not going to work. But because you feel that it is so divinely sanctioned, or because it's had such a powerful hold on you, I don't mean to diminish it, but it's just like, it's just not working. It doesn't mean they're a bad person or you're a bad person or anything like that. It just means that it isn't as fated as you may think. Okay. But there is something fated coming in. So there is this transformation, this passage that you are going to take. We start with a passage, we end with a passage through this sort of like, this is a much bigger one, but for me, the Four of Wands is kind of like a judgment card, but of the minor arcana. This is coming into, or releasing some kind of thing that had you held down. I'm like being drawn to the little pegs in a tent, like that hold the tent down. You're kind of lifting up those little pegs and starting to get ready to move away from that. This is really, really powerful. I'm going to get some oracle cards and we'll deepen this reading. The Fool to the Chariot to the Hermit to the Four of Wands. You have Judgments, Ten of Swords, Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Something has come up wanting. You're acknowledging the pain of that cycle and you're reigniting your passion to move towards something that is going to be more fulfilling. This new beginning is, you're going to know it by how it feels, and you're also going to know it because you took the time to get to know yourself. So you're really honoring yourself and transforming your love life. So even if you stay in this, if this is like a marriage commitment and you're not asking about something that you want to move away from, this is something where there's going to be big transformation in the way that it is structured. Okay, so we have separation. Yeah, so there's someone missing you and there's someone that you are missing, and it's almost like if you, or this is what you're going to step into, it will feel destabilizing to have to leave this person. or to end this relationship. It will absolutely be destabilizing. I don't want to minimize that. There's a lot of talking and not a lot of action in this past situation or in these past situations. So this could represent a cycle that you were in. And I feel like there's just going to be one too many messages. Or there could be a message that in the end kind of comes in and transforms or gives you an idea of where you're headed. You're going to know it by how it feels. The heart with a key. You're looking for something that unlocks a deeper level of connection for you. Okay? The hermit is someone that is content to be by themselves until something right comes along. And I feel like that's what you're stepping into, Aquarius. Being content with that. Or if you are in a relationship and you've been sheltering yourself, this is about coming out of that shelter and being more open with your partner, being more passionate, having more sex. That's going to really help, actually. If you're in a relationship, doing that, opening your heart. There may also be some kind of, so while I've been putting a lot of blame on the other person, there could be an aspect of this where like you've isolated yourself and you've closed off your heart space. But part of it is this adherence to the idea of some kind of perfection. Okay, so maybe examining, this need for perfection in a relationship. And is something a broken record, or are we moving on to the next song? There's definitely an overhaul of the way you think and perceive your relationships and your life that's happening right now. So whether you're single or in a relationship, this is happening. Okay? All right, let's get some love oracle cards, and then we're going to pull 3 cards at the end just to see future energies. But first, we've Gala Dali. And this is, everything in love is invention. Create, soar over the ordinary. This idea of perfection that I was seeing here, there can be extraordinary in the ordinary. So maybe you're looking for extraordinary. This is just something that's coming in. Maybe you're looking for extraordinary in the wrong kind of way. So like maybe you're saying like, oh, their profession is extraordinary and that's what you're kind of like, what makes them interesting. But there can be people who have really cool jobs that are really boring people, and vice versa. So there's something about that here as well, and not making it like about like your kind of typical breaking out of the box, I guess, in the way that you think about your relationships. It is by being in the shadow that one emits the most light. So yes, so working through all of this pain and all of this shadow and all of this like difficult energy here. Oh, by the way, if you are single and you're wondering when this person is going to come in, you've got the full energy and you've got a lot of momentum. So there's the possibility for a lot of momentum once you've cleared through this judgment energy. So once you've made peace with the past, and allowed the future, liberated the future from the past, you have the new beginning starting. Okay. So yeah, so this like endless, maybe there's been endless psychoanalyzing, maybe there's been a period of time where it's just like a lot of defensiveness. These are the shadows that are eventually going to shed a light on what is healthy and what isn't, and what you can expect from a relationship and what you can't. Be immortal rather than available. This could be part of the problem as well. So I saw this in another reading where are you avoidant a little bit? Have you been avoidant? Have you been avoiding someone because they aren't meeting up to your expectations or to your idea of perfection? How can you work with another person to create what you want to create? Part of it is reimagining what divine and perfection are. I find this really interesting. This is now going to be my Saturn card because I got this for Capricorn as well, and you're both ruled by Saturn. So this is my Saturn card from now on. This talks about just not really accepting anything less than what you want, but so there's that, but there's also the kind of reimagining of what that looks like. So there's definitely power couple energy here, but a power couple can look a bunch of different ways. Like, it doesn't have to be that like we're both titans of industry standing next to each other. The example I use for Capricorn, if you don't have Capricorn placements and haven't watched that video, is like maybe one of you, that your superpower is being at home and being domestic. And so, you're a power couple in that one of you is really good at going out there and earning the bread, and the other is really good at holding down the home, and you each support each other in a very equal way. Okay? I feel like in this situation where you're like banging your head against the wall, it's because there's some kind of inequality. Maybe you're not intellectually matched with each other. Maybe you don't have the same values or ideals. So it's time to bring some passion back into things, okay? It doesn't just have to be like an endless kind of like analysis of your relationship, an endless like dialogue about things. It says avoid one-off deals, or else make sure they are really worth it. This is just talking about, moving into more committed relationships. The right partner is one who can match you and then some. Yeah, so rather than dating down, date up. So maybe you have previously, or don't focus on how ordinary someone is on the exterior, because you can know that maybe they're not that ordinary in who they are on the inside or their soul. And then it says, who's going to help you run this town tonight? So there's that power couple energy. We have justice coming in for the future. So the scales are going to balance. So whatever situation you're in is going to balance out. With the Queen of Cups. So following your intuition, following and opening and keeping your heart open is going to be really important for you in the future. But also this could be a Queen of Cups that's coming in for you. So someone who is really good at staying in the heart space and really helping you to keep your heart space open. And then the Two of Pentacles reversed. If you feel like you are balancing and juggling everything on your own, there may be an aspect to that you are choosing. So that's something to take a look at. It's funny because you start with Justice, which is like kind of almost the major arcana version. We have this mirroring. We have the major and the minor. So this is happening on all different levels in your life, that things are coming right. Things are coming into a balance. So I do see that balance coming in for you, but I also see you giving up something, dropping a ball that you don't need to juggle anymore. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope this was interesting and or helpful. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, or you can email chrysalisinvictus@gmail.com. All right, take care.